Hi, this is Holly from the Sweet Simple Things, and welcome to my channel where we make healthy and nourishing recipes the whole family will love. Make sure you hit subscribe to see all the latest recipes. Today I'm making an Instant Pot Sirloin Tip Roast beef with root veggies like potatoes and carrots and garlic. This dish is so good. And it's a one-pot meal right in your Instant Pot. So made with wholesome, simple ingredients. You guys are going to love it. So set your Instant Pot to saute, and then we're going to prep some veggies while that heats up. So if you want, peel your carrots. It's up to you. Wash your golden potatoes, and then we are going to chop these into large pieces. Because we are cooking a whole roast, it's a decently long cooking time in the pressure cooker, so you do not want small pieces of potato or carrot. In fact, what I'm cutting here, that's as small as you want to go, and it's okay to go bigger. Do not go smaller. A little bit bigger is honestly probably even a little bit better. I've made this several times now, and I'm kind of combining footage for the best camera quality I have. I've made it with bigger potatoes, and I like that a little bit better. So with the carrots, you're definitely going to want to use whole carrots. You're not going to want to use baby carrots. They're just too small. Cut these in large pieces. Again, I'm cutting them about as small as you want to go. You don't want to go any smaller than that, and a little bit bigger is just fine. For the onion, we're just slicing into thin slices. This is fine to cut pretty thin and small. We are going to saute these. Once your pot is hot, you're going to add a little bit of avocado oil to the bottom of the pot, and then we're going to put our sirloin tip roast down, and we're going to sear all the sides of the roast. So get that down, let it sear for about 3 minutes or so per side, and then flip it. It might stick a little bit, so be careful as you're flipping it, and just make sure every side gets golden brown. Once it's all done, remove it from the pot. We're going to add a little more avocado oil, and then we're going to throw in our onions. A little bit of garlic for good measure. And then I'm doing about half of the spices we have there because I'm going to save some of these spices for the veggies. But get your spices in there too. Cook it up until everything is super fragrant. Your house is going to smell amazing at this part. Once it's cooked down, you can deglaze the pot with some beef broth and go ahead and scrape all the brown bits from the bottom of the pot into the broth. Here I'm adding a few things just to round out the flavors in our meat juices. That's some red wine vinegar, soy sauce, and Worcestershire sauce. We're going to put the roast back in there, and now let's get our veggies ready. Put them on a piece of parchment paper, a little bit of oil, a little bit of garlic, and the rest of those spices, and get them all tossed. We're going to use another piece of parchment just to help wrap these into a packet that doesn't fall apart. So you can kind of see how I'm doing it here. I'm going to kind of put the open side down, and then, so I'm just double wrapping it. You can use foil if you want. Foil would stick easier. I just prefer to use parchment because that's what I have laying around the house. So we're going to do 20 minutes per pound. My roast is a little more than 3 pounds, so I'm up to 1 hour and 5 minutes. Let it natural release for about 10 minutes before you release the rest of the pressure, and then you can take the veggies out and the roast out and prepare the gravy. I'm just scooping up a few scoops of the meat juices into a bowl, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of arrowroot powder and whisk it in. and then add that back to the potted juices and whisk it all together to get a nice thick gravy. I like to use arrowroot powder because it doesn't need to be heated again after you add it. Cornstarch, you can use that if you want and if that's all you have, but typically you do need to bring cornstarch, the liquid, back up to a boil after you add it in order for it to thicken. So that's just an advantage of the arrowroot powder there. We're going to slice our roast into nice slices. In the blog post linked in the description, I have tips if you want to make this a fall apart roast in your Instant Pot. I have directions for how to do that in the recipe in the blog post, so you can check that there. But for tonight, we're just slicing this and having this as kind of a traditional sliced roast beef. And this is one of my favorite recipes. It's just got like the richest, most wholesome gravy. It's not like a thick and salty gravy. It's really rich, but it has the most delightful flavors. You guys are gonna love this.